the top story at this hour. The head of Ukraine's presidential office, Yermak, and Trump's National Security Advisor Waltz held a phone conversation and discussed the location and date of negotiations with Russia. Earlier, United States paused intelligence sharing with Ukraine, impacting the flow of vital information that Kyiv uses to repel invading Russian forces. CIA Director John Ratcliffe has confirmed this. According to reports, the halt includes targeting data the US supplies to spy agencies in Kyiv so that they can launch American-provided weapons at the Russian targets. The move follows President Donald Trump directing a pause on Monday to US assistance to Ukraine after a disastrous Oval Office meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. I'm joined by, let's listen into this reaction first.
I just got off the phone before I walked out here with my counterpart, the Ukrainian National Security Advisor. We are having good talks on a location for the next round of negotiations, on delegations, on substance. So just in the last 24 hours, since the public statement from Zelensky, and then these subsequent conversations, which I'm going to walk inside and continue, I think we're going to see movement in very short order.
I'm joined by my colleague Mohammad Ghazali for more on this story. Ghazali, do we see both the leaders get onto the negotiation table as soon as possible?
Yeah, it certainly seems so, with the carrot and stick approach of Mr. Trump, first threatening with pausing all the aid, then also now asking other countries to not share US intelligence about the war with Ukraine. And now you heard the National Security Advisor saying that perhaps they are, in the last 24 hours, they have spoken to his counterpart in Ukraine and now fixing towards getting or arranging a meeting with the Russians and Ukrainians both. So it certainly seems that this foreign policy approach of Mr. Trump is working. And we heard the comments of Mr. Zelensky after coming out of the Oval Office, going to Britain, attending a summit there, and later saying that perhaps what all happened in the past, that verbal spat with Mr. J.D. Vance and Mr. Trump, was not worthwhile. So it appears now that US has pushed Ukraine to the corner, and now Ukraine will have to accept to come on the negotiating table with Russia as well. And that entire back channel talks is going on, is what Mr. Waltz also confirmed, and Ukrainian authorities are also confirming. So maybe in a couple of days from now, we will see some positive development when it comes to peace talks between Ukraine and Russia.
And would you say that Ukraine is going to be doing this voluntarily, or they are now cornered and hence they will be accepting what is being given to them by US?
See, Ukraine went into war largely with the backing of West, but especially by US. All the arms shipment, all the military aid coming from the Biden administration just kept propelling this war for too long. And now the way US has changed its stance on the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and the way it all happened in the last 1 week, it now appears that Mr. Zelensky also knows that without US support, even if the entire Europe backs him with aid and everything, this war is far from over, and he will not have anything to gain out of this war. So that is why the minerals deal which US spoke about, but it didn't work out. But even that is going to be, I think that is also going to work in some days from now, because earlier perhaps it appeared that the entire that entire scene of J.D. Vance and Mr. Trump having a spat with Mr. Zelensky appeared very staged, or a lot of analysts feel that it was just to sort of harass Mr. Zelensky or to insult him to a point that he will accept that to sit on the negotiating table. And perhaps it is working that way, that kind of foreign policy or diplomacy from Trump is working. That is why you heard Mr. Zelensky also softening his stand towards United States, towards peace talks, and that is why even the minerals deal is going to work out as well.